Hey guys, I just wanted to do a little 4K comparison video here with the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I'm an avid Spider-Man film fan. I've dabbled a little bit into the comic books, but uh, the movies, I think it's really a nostalgic childhood memory of watching the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, and ever since then I've just been really hooked on Spider-Man. I'm not even a big superhero fan myself, but Spider-Man's got a special place in my heart. Growing up into my teenage years, The Amazing Spider-Man came out, and I watched the movie in theaters, and I loved it a lot. I thought it was a lot better than the original three with Tobey Maguire. And so I bought this movie back in 2012 and watched it in 3D all the time. The Blu-ray as well. I just watched this movie constantly. And I think for me as a teenager, I could resonate a lot more with the story in this one. It felt a little more applicable to what at that time was modern. And the Tobey Maguire one just felt a little outdated. But I will say, now as time has progressed and I've rewatched this movie, I do feel a little bit differently. The Tobey Maguire one, the first two at least, I feel are really good, and for me, they're better than these two movies, or the two Amazing Spider-Man movies. And won't even get into the Tom Holland ones. I like those ones as well, but just comparing those movies to these, I still think overall I like the originals more. But I wanted to talk about the 4K release of this movie and how it compares to the Blu-ray or HD version. I didn't buy this brand new. I got it on eBay used, and this is the kind of cool little booklet with both the first and second Amazing Spider-Man movies. And I rewatched them both in 4K, and then I compared. I watched my Blu-ray version, and honestly, when it comes to the video quality, they're pretty close to the same. I mean, the 4K is a little better, but the Blu-ray was amazing, and it's really hard to notice a difference, especially I can imagine if you're not watching them back to back, it's going to be really hard to tell much of a difference at all. And I don't know exactly why that may be. I just think maybe if this was in Dolby Vision or they had kind of spiced it up a little bit with the 4K release rather than just doing plain HDR10 or plain HDR, that it could have been a little better. The big difference I did notice, though, between the two movies was the audio quality. The Amazing Spider-Man movies in 4K are in Dolby Atmos, and you can tell a big difference. I have a 5.1 system, and the 4K release is in 7.1, which is kind of cool. I wasn't able to utilize the full 7.1 system, but even then, it sounded amazing, and I could notice a big difference between the two. And for a Spider-Man fan, I would say it's worth the upgrade. If you're not a fan and you're just wanting to maybe watch a Spider-Man movie with your kids and you already have the Blu-ray version, don't really think it's worth the upgrade. But if you're a fan of the movies and you want to see something better than what this definitely is better. Is it that much better, worth going and buying? I don't know. That's up to you, I guess. But I think an avid fan would probably say it's worth buying. So overall, I'd say the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, the 4K quality in the new one is probably just a 4 out of 5 stars for me. And I'd probably give the 1080 version really close to 4 stars as well. And the second movie, I had it on streaming in HD, and so it's kind of hard to compare because I didn't have the full Blu-ray disc. But it'd probably be very similar rating as well. But when it comes to the audio quality, I definitely give the 4K Dolby Atmos version of these movies a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It just sounded really good in everything. Between the music, the web slinging shots where he's flying through the air, you can hear it all whistling through the air, the sounds of New York, the street sounds. It sounds really good. Overall, as a movie rating, I like to do these out of 10. And I'd probably give the first movie like a rating out of 10 would probably be a 7.5 out of 10. I want to say 7.5 just because the story to me has a special spot for me. The second one is, to me, the story is okay, but there's a lot of spots in both of these movies, but especially the second one, that now watching them are just a little cringe, just a little cheesy, and a little too much, a little over the top, it feels like. So the second one, I'd probably give it more of like a 6.7, 6.8 out of 10. I'll also just say this, especially about the second movie. It's a little on the depressing side. There's a lot of kind of fun, happy parts, but in the end, it's kind of really a sad movie. And real life is that way, and a lot of times I think, good movies are good because they portray the hard and sad parts of life. But the second one is just, for me, it's just extra depressing, I guess. So I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys think of the movies, what you think about the 4K release of these movies. I think it's been out on 4K. This set has been out on 4K for a while now. So I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. And yeah. So this is it. Thanks for all your support, and till next time, we'll see you later.